What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you read the title of the video, then you already know what you're getting yourself into, okay? Yes, I have done it. I have finally gotten round 100, technically round 101 on Liberty Falls. And I didn't do this on solo either. I did this with my brother. He's a beast. He's really good at zombies. So shout out to him. We didn't camp and we didn't just spam score streaks the whole entire time. We did no glitches or nothing like that. We really trained the whole entire time. Now, I know that's not crazy to a lot of people, but I am pretty proud of it. I know a lot of people, I feel like they don't. So I just want to come in here and kind of show you guys the little strategy that we did in a two-player game. Kind of show you what we did, how we did it, kind of give you a little run through, and show you a couple rounds, and then show you the round 100, what it looks like, and a little bit in the 70s, and kind of just talk you through it. So it was pretty simple going into this game. We didn't really have the thought, hey, let's get to round 100, let's do a high round. We really just wanted to get some challenges done. Me and him were kind of just wanting to get all the calling cards, all the badges and everything like that, and we were just doing that for the most part. And we ended up having a pretty good game, so we got to like 50 or 60, and we were like, well, we're not just going to end it, we might as well just keep going, because it felt relatively easy. So we did, and we found ourselves in the midst of a high round. And it took us, I would say, 5.5 hours, maybe 6 hours to do this. It didn't take all that long. It didn't take all day. It took a while, but I would have expected it to have taken longer the way we did it. But it really didn't, man. Now, a couple things off the top of my head, I just want to, let you guys in on like kind of how we did this. So we did have 2 jet guns that were triple packed because multiple people can get the jet gun. I don't believe it's a glitch or anything like that. Someone can craft it, and then someone can get it out of the box. So that's what we did. We had Pack-a-Punched ASGs as the backup because they are really good. Even still on these high rounds, they still manage to kill. You get elemental pop activations a lot, and they do really solid damage to elites and manglers when you need it, because the jet gun isn't the best when it comes to taking out abominations. It doesn't really do anything, so the ASG comes in clutch for that. On top of that, we also did use a lot of score streaks, don't get me wrong, we definitely did. We were definitely popping chopper gunners and mutant injections. However, we used a lot of hellstorms, we used a lot of LDBRs, or whatever they're called, the little like mortar strikes. We were using everything, and on top of that, we used tons and tons of equipment. We used monkeys and decoys out of the wazoo, a lot of Casimir grenades, a lot of stuff like that. We were basically crafting it every single round. A lot of monkeys, a lot of decoys, things of that nature. It's all really, really valuable stuff to have. When you're doing high rounds like this, you want to make use of everything that you can, just to make it easier on yourself. Things like concussion grenades, things like stims, monkeys, thermo grenades are really good. Molotovs are not that good, but they still do damage. So just everything like that, you really want to make sure you're picking it up, using it, and getting kills with it when you can. Now, for the field upgrades we were using, I was running Frenzied Guard, and he was running Frenzy Guard and Aether Shroud, kind of like a mix. I think he used Aether Shroud for a while, then switched to Frenzy Guard, and it works really good for this strategy. So what we would do is we would run around, and we would throw a monkey, a decoy, or something like that, run up to it, and use the ability on the jet gun that blows them all away, and then pull the knife out and recharge, and basically do that a bunch. Now, monkeys, they will get kills when they stack up like that, but it's still best just to go into it with the jet gun and clear them all out. It's just a really surefire way to get rid of them, make sure there's no crawlers, stuff like that. And also, you want to run with your knife or fists out. It gets entirely too hard, and they get entirely too fast. If you are running with anything other than your knife out, you will have a hard time. You just will, okay? And that's all there is to it. Now, back to what I was saying about the field upgrades. I was running Frenzy Guard and Aether Shroud. The really good thing about Frenzy Guard that I was actually wrong on in my video is every kill you get, it refills your plates. And you will take no health damage. All your hits are mitigated and brought to your armor. So you take no damage basically the whole time. Just spam jet gun or whatever you have to get kills. And you can get yourself cornered or whatever the case may be. And just go crazy with it, especially if you have it augments. Especially if you have augments on it that max it out. You can have the duration last longer. You can have it where your teammates' kills give you armor. You can have it to where when you activate it, they get their armor. I mean, all kinds of stuff. So take that with a grain of salt. we have every augment maxed out for the most part. I think I'm only missing one field upgrade. But other than that, we have all the perks, all the weapon mods, everything like that, fully maxed out, okay? So that might have something to do with it. But yeah, man, we would just kind of run around, throw decoys, throw monkeys, use the jet gun, pick up sentry turrets, especially. Those are big. It kind of gets to the point where your game kind of breaks. Molotovs don't really activate. Like, you can't see them. Casimirs you can't see them. Shadow Rift, stuff like that kind of just becomes invisible. You can't really see it happening. And you would think it like, oh, wow, that happens on the high rounds. But this stuff starts happening in the 50s and 60s. The game just kind of starts breaking. You can't see drops anymore. I mean, you can, but they don't glow, so they're really hard to see. Same thing with Mangler cannons and the Abomination lasers. A lot of times they would be invisible, especially the Mangler cannons. You really had no clue where they were coming from when you were getting hit or anything like that. So it can get very hard, but I believe if you play it this much, you'll kind of just get a feeling and kind of understand, okay, when you're getting hit, what it looks like, this and that. It kind of gets easier, but if it's not something you're used to, it does kind of suck. It does kind of suck. And I do wish the game didn't just kind of bug out and break like that, but it is what it is. Now, I think the one thing that is low-key super, super helpful that people might not think about, Elemental Pop, especially if you have it maxed out, Electric Cherry is really good. You can't notice it because it stops, you can't see the activation of it, but it still activates. Electric Cherry on Elemental Pop is huge. Elemental Pop in general is really a must-have. It helps in so many different ways with all the weapon ammo mod activations, things like that. You really need that kind of stuff to get you going. All in all, it wasn't too bad. It took us a little bit of time. Wasn't anything crazy. The Mangler spawns are insane. The zombies are really fast. You just got to be really, really careful. It got to the point where we had so many points. It was just easier to, every time I ran by the armor wall buy, I would just buy armor. It was only 10k. It was not a big deal. On Abomination rounds, we would always make sure to use score streaks to get rid of the Abominations as quick as possible, simply because the weapons didn't really do much against them, like I was saying earlier, and it's too hard to actually dedicate time to killing them, especially when you can't see their laser beams. So, Chopper Gunner at the start of the round, wait for the next one to spawn in, Mutant Ejection or Chopper Gunner again, whatever you need, and that would be it. There would only be about 3 per round. It didn't get more than that, so really not too bad. All in all, round 100 on Liberty Falls was super fun. Didn't expect to get it, but we did. The only bad thing about it for me is I got disconnected on like round 17 or 18, and I had to join back the very next round. So on the leaderboards, it doesn't count for me. However, I have the video footage, so I don't care. And I did get the Dark Ops calling card for another round, so that is super good. But yeah, guys, if this is something you want to do with your friends, man, you can see how we kind of do it here. I'm not the best at explaining it because, we just got done. I just wanted to give my thoughts on it and everything like that. It's pretty simple, man. You just got to be safe. You just got to play smart, and you got to use everything that they give you to really make it work. If you want to camp, you might be able to camp, maybe kind of camp, but you would need to spam score streaks. I think running around in this spot is really good. You can do this at spawn and use the trap as well. That might be really good. It just got to the point where the traps didn't load in for us, so you couldn't see them, and we didn't want to have to guess and assume and this and that, so we didn't bother. But yeah, round 100, really cool. If you guys would like to see me get 100 on Terminus, let me know. But this is just something quick I figured I'd show you guys since it just happened. But yeah, appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.